I am never bitter of anybody else's success. I wasn't bitter when like Schwantz passed me in subs. I'm not bitter that Sneeko's passed me in subs. I don't care.
But he
Like
keeps
it's not.
track and he's keeping score. And he's been counting
Yeah,
every sub.
I've got a little black book of who I kill. To thin out the.
I'm in the lipstick on the wall.
Yeah, red rum, all that kind of stuff. Keep it real, no matter how fucking cringeworthy that is in the fucking first place. Especially from a lot of people who are like 17 and don't know what keeping it real even means, right? Let's just fucking get that straight. Like,
get with the times, Eddie. It's now keeping it 100. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Hunted, Brian. Hunted.
Like, there was this one game I was playing on this map Derail, which, by the way, why would you name maps Derail? You know they're going to suck. In every single game that's ever had a map named Derail, that map has sucked.
It's a word that literally means to go off the path.
Yeah.
You're diverging from your core design philosophy if you name your map Derail.
I don't know what Battlefield's core audience is like. They're like, I'm going to pick a lane, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to throw a smoke grenade, and I'm going to use my IR sight, and I'm just going to sit here and get 40 kills, and I had a great game. Right? I don't know if that's who a lot of Battlefielders actually are.
No, come on, Eddie. The amount of support players that never threw ammo and are just laying prone, LMG bipoding down one of the hallways on Locker or Metro. Come on, it's part of the experience.
I want to see like what they have in like DICE and this company's like map design brainstorming session, and one guy raises his hand. He's like, "I've got a really good idea." Right? They've got a whiteboard where they draw the rough layout of the map. And the guy gets up and he just draws a line. He goes, "There you go, brilliant." It's just a single line. He's like, they'll spawn here, and we'll put a flag in the middle, and they'll spawn there, and there's no flank routes because who needs them?
Well, I personally think the game is more well thought out and more designed than it, and it's not as sandboxy, and it's a different type of experience.
That was almost the worst English I've ever heard.
Sorry.
Very almost. Like, sorry. Aside from just calling you out there, you've lent me your extended mags for taking shots at my friends. I'm just going to take one back at you. The Moors, the one-shot sniper, is a one-shot to anywhere and aims in as quick as an ASM-1. But there's only one of them, right? It's a power weapon, though, right? And you get one a team. So that means there's going to be Moors-offs. There's going to be like fucking dance-offs from Zoolander with the Moors, right? People are going to be pulling blue steels left and right, trying to out-duel each other with that. And you'll probably see some huge clutches with the Moors because it's a power weapon, right?
I'm slow to call people dumb. It's one of my New Year's resolutions. I'm going to try to stop saying stupid. I'm going to say ignorant of the ways of communication of comedy, because all they do is play video games all day and don't talk to anybody and 360 no scopes and make montages in the darkness of their room typing away on keyboards. That they don't understand what comedy is.
This game is to tide them over until Battlefront, and they judge it on those terms. Because if this game was set on its own without the shadow of the fucking Force just rearing its ugly head behind us, dum 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 dum. Dum, dum, dum. Right, if one of the Levolution things in Hardline was just a Star Destroyer appeared out of nowhere and dropped a huge advertising hoarding that just said Battlefront on it, and if you're not excited to play Battlefront, then you have no soul, as far as I'm concerned.
This episode has been brought to you by EA.
Yeah, I am sponsored to say this. Does my Ronku tattoo show?
But because the competitive replayability is so tight, we've all put, some of us, sorry, those of us who have competency in the mouse have put 300 plus hours into it, and me, fucking, dude, oh my god, my CSGO skin gambling addiction, oh my god, it's been a rough goings, man.
Who's got you into it?
I bought a bunch of skins. Like, my fucking trajectory of skins was like, I don't want skins. Fuck skins. I ain't paying. Then I started buying skins and amassing them. And then at some point I said, I don't really need them. And I sold a bunch. Used some of that money to buy games. But the thing with CSGO skins is that you're always losing money. If you're buying keys, you're losing money. If you're selling on the marketplace, you're losing money. So you're constantly losing money. I got some back. Then I started gambling. And then I won for a couple days. And I won like $5. Almost $10, and then the next couple days I lost everything. So now I have nothing. but they oftentimes do, though.
Analyzing Michael Condrey's tweet like I do the best that anybody has ever done. It says right here, verbatim, what do you think the best gun, parentheses KD, in Advanced Warfare? The top 5 might surprise you. And I think he's smart for doing this because people already have the notion in their mind that it's either going to be ASM-1 or BAL-27. And when he pops out ARX-160, he's basically pounding his chest and saying, see, look, our gun balance isn't as shitty as you think it is.
Months of proselytization. Almost got through that word. That was cute. Proselytization. I think
that's the 3rd time on this show that you've butchered that word.
Wish that COD would do with its competitive focus is separate it, separate but equal. That's never been wrong before. By the way, dude, I've been playing on a Smurf in CSGO in Silver's lobbies. I look like a fucking god in there. I can just walk around and do anything I want. It's amazing. They can't touch me.
Well, you have to figure they're not used to playing with this piece of shit. They're used to playing with, 85 FOV and the fucking tower defense system that is
85? That's conservative,
What are you
Brian.
fucking peasants?
Whatever, okay.
This plebeian thinks 85 isn't acceptable at FOV. Go back to your 65 FOV peasant boxed one. Oh my god.
But that's what I mean. That's
why
where
do we even let you on this show? Now with shooters, it develops a very interesting conversation because we have to be careful because people use false positives to argue that point that mouse is better than controller, because there are people that can go in with a controller on certain games and do just as good, if not better, competing at that level. But the problem is they're always playing some game that doesn't really require the full extent of the mouse. You're not playing at 400 DPI on 2 sensitivity in CSGO where you're like just to move a little bit because you have to. Because CSGO, for example, is, as I describe, a pixel perfect shooter. There's a reason why Eddie says get right, hit a pixel on the screen, because that's literally what you're aiming at. You think you have that cute little crosshair, but the thing is you shoot that, one bullet is kind of there, the second bullet's kind of there, a little less, and then after that it's pixels on the screen that you're literally aiming. You're aiming pixels that are spraying in an erratic way that you have to memorize on the mouse. That is completely different to a Battlefield or COD, which has this giant beach ball toss kind of hitbox that's like this big hip fire reticle that if he's generally in this vicinity, I'll eventually spray him down. It doesn't work that way in CSGO.
What the fuck, man? Why are all these communist countries getting, like, free-to-play shooter games? First it's COD Online in China, and now it's fucking Halo in Russia. That's bullshit.
You know what the truth is, actually, is because they don't embrace the free market, these damn commies. They actually do, and this isn't like a racist joke or anything, but they pirate games way too much that you almost have to have a free-to-play model in order to make any money in those markets. Supposedly because people don't have the money to do it or disposable income or something like that. I don't know. There's different types of people who I've heard speak on this, but I'm not educated enough and have any knowledge of how those countries really operate or the gaming communities therein operate, so I can't really say, but that's supposedly the answer. That's why oftentimes they get a lot of free-to-play games, whereas we get the $60 plus $160 more for the DLC and yearly releases, and because they're able to do that, they're able to whore us out. Whereas
so what you're saying, Frito, is we should pirate more shit.
Fuck.
Frito advocating piracy. There it is.
Exactly what I meant, but I guess you kind of turned that around on me.
That's why you don't make them play in lobbies that are skill-based matchmaking. No, random lobbies, fucking nukes and shit, motherfucker. That's my $60 a year fun game. Don't make me play fucking against Optic, which is a thing that actually happens.
Yeah, that is.
Right?
Yes.
Don't do that. You'll lose your audience, and then don't be like, well, you might be surprised at the KD of the... Shut the fuck up, Michelle.
The salt has come out of the chump.
Jesus.
It took a little shaking, but it's finally on the table.
And he gets a fucking Goliath in this video. And at one point, there's a guy right in front of him. He's shooting him with a railgun, and he gets a headshot hit marker. And I'm like, what the fuck is this kill streak? Like... I mean, you can actually just fist people quicker than killing them with that gun. I mean, what? Why? And it's like 12 kills. Like, guys, come on.
But Eddie, the
should be-
player data shows that people get mad when they get shit on at Call of Duty.
Oh,
People hate getting reined in by AC-130 fire. People complain about getting spawn trapped in Black Ops 2 with the Chode stars spitting out its rockets all over people.
Chode
That's why we had to
Star.
nerf it.
An actual fun Call of Duty ready for deployment.